can we prepare to protect our kids from negative comments? Someone actually posted and they were asking for advice as to what they can do to shield the kids from potential negative comments coming from their own parents or from their own relatives. And so here is what I want to share. Other people are going to say whatever that they want to say, including family and relatives. And that is just how it is. It was like this Saturday, I just showed up to my mom's place, and the first thing that she said to me was, "You've gained weight. You need to go do more exercise." And that's just something that they do. And there isn't anything that we can do about it. Like, we can say something about it, and yet at the same time, they are going to be who they are. And so how do we protect, quote unquote, protect our kids from these negative comments? The most effective way is for us to speak up to them, to say, "Hey, that was inappropriate comment. I do not want to hear it." Or wow, or you can even like make a joke out of it, like, "Oh, it's the first thing I see you and you make a comment like that," like, like point it out, so that they are aware of their own actions. So when you're able to do this in front of your kids, then you're teaching them how to stand up for themselves, how to diffuse the situation, or how to respond back so that they feel they're more in control. And here's the thing. The most important thing is to learn how to respond to these things and be prepared to respond to these things, because if they got attacked out of the blue, they won't know how to respond to it. And if no one addressed this issue in front of them, they will think that there is something wrong with them. So for example, if let's say your aunt said, "Oh my gosh, how come your kids like are so dark?" and they could actually hear you. If you don't speak up, they are watching you. They're watching you to say, "Oh, Mommy is not saying anything about me. I didn't notice I was so dark before, but why is Auntie saying that?" So then they will think that something's wrong with their skin tone. So then only if you speak up, they will be like, "Oh, Mommy is saying something back. There is nothing wrong," right? And then you speak up, and then afterwards you address it with them again to say, "Hey, that was an inappropriate comment. That was very hurtful. And so next time if you hear something like this, this is what I usually say. What would you like to say?" And then have them practice a few times, because you want them to know that they do have the power to speak up, and if they don't like it, they can actually address it. And elder generations doesn't have to be just because you're elder generation. You don't get to be respected just because you don't respect the next generation. So I know sometimes they may say, "Oh, I'm just saying it for their own good," but sometimes it's just a hurtful comment coming from the left field and it's uncalled for. So you need to nip it in the bud and say it. But the main thing is, "Hello, that's my son. Hi, we're almost ready for bed, right? Hi, okay, bye-bye." Yeah, but the main important thing is for them to hear that you're speaking up for them, so that they know that they have the ability to do it. And even when you're speaking to them afterwards, you can even tell them how it feels to speak up, because sometimes they may have their heart pounding, and then they think that something's wrong. You can even say, "Hey, you know what? When I actually said that line, Mommy's chest was pounding so much, I was shaking inside, but I said it anyways because that was not nice. That was not a nice comment." So you can let them know to normalize the speaking up, normalize that it is scary, normalize that it is a difficult conversation, and yet when they can see you do it, that would be the most effective way of protecting them. I hope this video helped you. If there is any situation that you encounter that you feel like, "Oh, I don't really know how to speak about it or address it," you can always send me a message or a comment, and let's explore together. Okay, that's all for today. Today is Wednesday. I feel like it's Friday already, but it's not. So I hope you have a great night.